And listen, meteorologist Thomas Patrick is telling us about another warm day here in the inland Northwest. I don't hate it.
I don't think anybody hates that weather. Yeah, it's just fantastic outside, especially in the afternoon hours when it continues to be warm. Still cool in the morning hours, really because we have more nighttime than we do daytime. Now, at this point yesterday, I was excited to see the moon icon switch over to a sun icon right as we get to sunrise. I don't think that's going to happen quite in this weathercast, just because our sunrise is getting a little bit later, just a little bit farther past the 7 o'clock hour. But we are minutes away from that. A couple areas in North Idaho waking up to temperatures in the 30s, 34 in Sandpoint, 39 in Coeur d'Alene. The cool spot is in Deer Park at 32 degrees, so it could be a little bit of some patchy frost on the ground. 44 in Spokane, one of our cooler mornings we've had, but the coolest we've been so far this season has only been 43, so we haven't even been in the 30s. And now our average low temperature is 38 degrees as of today, and we're not even that cold just yet. And once again, sun's going to come up, going to warm us up very quickly, especially after the 8 o'clock hour once it gets higher in the sky. Back into the 70s for what will be the 13th out of 13 days in October. This is an incredible stretch of 70s we've had so far, and I'll show you just what the record is for total number of 70-degree days in October. Look for that in a couple minutes in your forecast.
Breaking news this morning here on Up with KREM. Within the last few hours, we have learned that the Spokane County Sheriff's Office shot and killed a shooting suspect after they say that he threatened deputies.
That's right. KREM 2's Nicole Hernandez has been tracking every step of this developing story for us. She's at the Sheriff's Office right now. And Nicole, this came into our newsroom overnight. What is the Sheriff's Office saying happened?
So, Tim Channing, the situation started at 3:15 yesterday afternoon. Deputies got a 911 call saying someone shot at another person. Sheriff Ozzie Knezevich says no one was hurt in that initial shooting.
The suspect left the Spokane area and was later contacted in Stevens County. At that time, we had probable cause for first-degree assault and felony harassment, threats to kill.
So here's a look at where the original shooting happened, then where deputies eventually found the suspect in Stevens County. Spokane SWAT went to Stevens County to help try and get the man in custody. When SWAT showed up, the man left the house he had been in, going into a wooded area. The sheriff's office says the man was shouting threats to deputies nearby. SWAT secured the area and used a drone to find the man, then started de-escalation techniques. Deputies say the man continued yelling and shot his gun several times. They don't know what or if anything he was aiming at while firing. Spokane County Sheriff's Office says the man started moving towards deputies with body armor on. That's when two deputies shot at the man, killing him. Sheriff Ozzie Knezevich says that no one else was hurt in this situation. Now, though, a different department and agency will be taking over this investigation to continue it. In Spokane, Nicole Hernandez, KREM 2 News.
In less than 2 hours, former Spokane police officer Nathan Nash will be back in court to hear his final sentencing. Now, in August, a jury convicted Nash of second and third degree rape. Earlier this month, one of his victims filed a tort claim against the city of Spokane, seeking $1 million in damages, alleging that the city ignored red flags in Nash's behavior. Now, we will have full coverage on this sentencing later today on the KREM 2 News, as well as our website, krem.com.
Happening today, a big day at our nation's capital. In a matter of hours, the House Select Committee investigating the January 6th attack will hold their last public hearing.
Now, witnesses will not appear in person for this hearing, but it will feature new testimony and evidence. Several sources say that it will also serve as a closing argument ahead of the November midterms. It's unclear whether the hearings will include discussions that the committee had with Ginny Thomas, the wife of Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas. Members say that she was urging the Trump administration to fight the election results.
I generally don't speak to witnesses that come before the committee, but I'll say, broadly, that the committee has been very clear that we'd like to hear from Ginny Thomas.
CBS News will have live coverage of today's hearing starting at 10 a.m. our time.
Meanwhile, a father and stepson from Washington State have been arrested for their actions on January 6th. Richard Slaughter and Caden Gottfried from Ording, Washington, are accused of attacking officers after illegally entering the Capitol grounds. They made their first court appearance this week. So far, nearly 900 people have been arrested in connection to the January 6th attack.
It's 7:06 right now. Let's take a look at your morning rush. More news in less time. The Cheney Chief of Police, John Hensley, is announcing that he is stepping down. Right now, we're working to get more details surrounding his resignation. Now, we've reached out to Cheney Mayor Chris Grover, but he has declined to comment at this time. First steps have been taken to create the Coeur d'Alene housing development, but now the Coeur d'Alene City Council says they won't be considering next steps until December. The city's planning commission unanimously approved the 442-acre annexation and zoning change that was required to build the community. It will now create more than 4,500 new homes in Coeur d'Alene. Tribal lands in Washington will be getting millions in federal funding to help improve internet access. The Confederated Tribes of the Colville Reservation and the Lummi Nation will split more than $64 million. They'll use this money to install fiber connections to thousands of homes and businesses. And that's a look at your morning rush.